Okay. So today we are going to see your second chapter. Yes. Theory-based accounting. Theory base of accounting. Okay. So what do you mean by theory-based accounting? So for what purpose we are making all these entries, ma? For what purpose we are doing this accountancy? To find out the profit, to find out the business profit. Okay. So, okay, in that accountancy, there are certain rules and principles over there. For what purpose we create these kind of rules and regulations? For that clarification only, this lesson being here. Listen. So accounting information meaningful to its internal and external user. So basically, the accounting information is very useful for internal and external user. So who are all internal? Manager, employees, owner. These are all the internal users. External user, shareholders, government. Okay. These are all the external users. Creditors. Okay. Listen. So accounting information meaningful to its internal and external user. It is important that such information is reliable as well as comparable. Okay. When they see this document, when they see this balance sheet, that's data. That data is presented. It is very communicable. Reliable means easy handling. Reliable as well as comparable. The data must be present in the form of reliable as comparable. Okay, ma? So the data should satisfy these two characters. One, reliable data. Another one is it should be comparable. It should be comparable. This two character is very essential. Okay, for this purpose only we follow lot of rules and regulations and certain concepts. So how it is performed as compared to previous year? So how it is performed compared to previous year? How it is possible to compare previous year with the help of accounting information? So this become possible only the information provided by the financial statement is based on constant accounting principles. Constant means stable, no change. Okay, stable principles, policies, practices. So these 3 points, with the help of these 3 points only, we can create a perfect accounting. Okay, for this purpose only, we follow these concept, principles, rules and regulations all over all these things. Okay, the theory base of accounting consists of principles, concept, rules and guidelines developed to bring uniformity and consistency to the process of accounting. When you follow some rules and regulations, your preparation of accounting is aptly matched. See, very simple. When you do one, when you start one business or when you do with some action, okay, what actually before you do something, what you do? Before you start something, what you do, ma? You prepare well, you plan well. Okay, va? So that preparation, that plan is called the rules, regulations, principle, guidelines. Okay, va? So now in this lesson, you are going to see what are all the principles we have followed, what are all the guidelines over there, what are all the main principles, which principles subside over there. All these things in this lesson we are going to discuss. Okay. See, GAAP, that means generally accepted accounting principles. GAAP, that means generally accepted accounting principle. So generally accepted accounting principle mean, listen, I make one rule. Okay, do the you compulsory do this. I individually I make one rule without consult you. Okay, are you interested to follow my rule? No, because with the consent of you, before I take any decision, I must consult my partner, I must consult my people. After consultancy only, I can take decision. So this is what generally accepted accounting principle. So these principle accepted by all experts. So this principles accepted by all experts of accountancy. Okay, but this is what generally accepted, GAAP, generally accepted accounting principle. Okay, to ensure uniformity in accounting procedure and methods, certain accounting principles have been accepted by accountants all over the world. Okay, so this is what GAAP, generally accepted. Generally, yes, accounting principles have been accepted by accountants all over the world. See, the rules and guidelines. This is what GAAP. Okay, in that GAAP, what are all the informations are there? The rules, the GAAP, it's just like a standard rules, standard procedures. Okay. Why? Okay. So generally accepted accounting principle. These rules and guidelines used in preparing accounting reports are termed as a generally accepted accounting principle. These principles only nowadays that our people following. These principles are also referred as concepts and conversions. So what these principles says, concepts and conversions. How do you prepare accounting? How to before you calculate your accounting, what principle you are going to apply? Okay, these character only we are going to see. Yes. Basic accounting concepts. So basic accounting concept mean 13 concepts over there, 13 main concepts over there. Let me see one by one. Business entity, money measurement, going concern, accounting period, cost, dual aspect, revenue recognition, matching, full disclosure, consistency, conservatism, materiality, objective. So these three principles only we are going to see one by one. First concept, business entity. See this picture, ma? Business entity. What this picture try to say? Businessman is separate, business is separate. Businessman is separate, business is separate. This businessman introduce his capital. This businessman invest his capital into the business. The business has to return this capital with the profit to this businessman. So business is separate, businessman is separate. This is what business entity concept. Always this person keep remind this person is different, business is different. This is what business entity concept. Okay, see, the entity of business is different from its owner. The entity of business is different from its owner. Yes. See, take your book, ma. In your NCERT book, business entity concept, page number 25, business entity concept. The concept of business entity assumes that business has distinct and separate entity from its owner. It means that for the purpose of accounting, the business and its owner are to be treated as a two separate entities. It's treated business is separate, owner is separate. This is what business entity concept. This is what business entity concept, ma. The second concept, accounting, yes, the second concept, money measurement concept. So your first concept is business entity concept. Business entity concept means business separate, owner separate. We must treat like that. Your second concept, money measurement concept. So money measurement concept, see this picture. Money measurement concept means your transaction, your business transaction must depend on monetary terms. It must depend on monetary give and take. You give something and take and receive money. So this is what money measurement concept. Your business transaction must deal monetary terms. This is what money measurement concept. This concept of money measurement states that only those transactions and happenings in an organization which can be expressed in terms of money. In terms of money, such as sale of goods or payment of expenses or receipt of income. Okay, money measurement concept means Your business transaction must deal with money. See, the transactions that can be measured in terms of money only are recorded in the books of accounts. Third concept, going concern concept. So going concern concept, see this picture. When you start your business must run a long way. Okay, the span of business must be long run basis. Okay, ma. So going concern concept. Yes, going concern concept. Your business must run in a long way. Okay, ma. The concept of going concern assumes that a business firm would continue carry out its operation indefinitely. Indefinitely mean long run, without interruption, without end. Okay, so indefinitely for a fairly long period of a time, uh, um, and would not be liquidated mean end up. Okay, would not be liquidated in the foreseeable future. This is what going concern concept. This is an important assumption of accounting as it provided a very basis for showing the value of assets in the balance sheet. This concept is main concept. That means our accounting information we store we store for the purpose of future benefit only. We stored our information for the purpose of future benefit only. So this accounting is fully based on this going concern concept. Okay, ba? This business will last. This business will last for a long time. Example, charging depreciation on fixed assets. So charging depreciation for on fixed assets mean you purchase one land, you purchase one machinery. In that machinery, each and every year you reduce some amount because of usage. Okay, you reduce the amount because of usage. That usage amount is called depreciation. We'll see later elaborately. The business will last for a long time. Going concern concept mean this is the basic concept. Okay, and assets may be defined as a building of service. When we purchase an asset, for example, a personal computer for a sum of 50,000. What we are buying really is the services of the computer that we shall be getting over its estimated lifespan 5 years. It will not be fair to charge the whole amount of 50,000 from the revenue. Yes, I'll explain. You purchase one motorbike for the purpose of your business usage. Okay, after 5 years, you are going to sell this bike. Okay, so on that time you purchase 50,000. At the time of sale, the same 50,000 you will get, Amma. It is not possible because you used 5 years. You used 5 years. At the time of sale, that value would be 10,000, maybe 5,000. Like that only. The difference between purchase price and the scrap value at the time of selling time, you fix one price, you know, that is called scrap value. The difference between purchase price and scrap value is called depreciation. This is what going concern concept. So going concern, we are treating so much of time values. We are fixing amount for that. So that going concern concept is very important. Going concern mean long run. Your business must move on in a long run basis. Fourth concept, accounting period concept. See this picture? So normally the world follow accounting period April to March. They follow the year, business year, accounting year, April to March. Normally, they start their accounting, they start their business at the time of April, and they finish their accounting in, balance sheet at the time of March 31st. This is what accounting period. This period must same throughout the world. Okay. See, accounting period concept. So accounting period refers to the span of a time at the end of which the financial statement of an enterprise are prepared to know whether it has earned profit or incurred loss during that particular period. For what we decide April 1st to March, this 12 month, this 12 month, what amount we earn as a profit. Okay, to calculate a profit, for that purpose only, we follow April to March, 1 year. This 1 year, what amount we earn. This is what accounting period. Such information is required by the different users at regular interval of various purpose, as no firm can wait for long to know its financial results, as various decisions are to be taken at the regular interval on the basis of such information. So the Companies Act 2013 and the Income Tax Act requires that the income statement should be prepared annually. We all know that once in a year we are going to pay tax. Okay, so the tax based on your production, your earning, your profit, it depends on your profit. Okay, so because of this, these all information, for calculate these all character, you must prepare periodic, that means April to March. You follow same period throughout the world. This is what accounting period concept. See, the period of interval for which accounts are prepared to know the profit or loss, the financial position of the business. Okay, the period of interval for which the accounts are prepared to know profit or loss and the financial position of the business. That's why we follow accounting period concept. Fifth concept is cost concept. Okay. So what do you mean by cost concept? Cost means expenses. The cost concept requires that all assets are recorded in the books of accounts at their purchase price. This is very important. So cost concept means, so you purchase one machinery, this machinery will continue at around 5 years. Around 5 years or 10 years, you are going to use that machinery. Okay. Continuously, we are going to enter this machinery into our balance sheet. When I purchased that machinery, I was entered 50,000. After 3 years completion, that machinery amount not would be 50,000 because we used three years. So after reduction of depreciation only, we enter remaining amount. Okay, this is what cost concept. So cost concept mean you must enter the machinery value. You must enter the asset value at purchase price. You must enter the asset value at purchase price. The cost concept requires that all assets are recorded in the books of accounts at their purchase price, which include cost acquisition, at transportation, installation, and making the assets ready to use. When you purchase this day, you are going to purchase one car. Okay, the car you purchase along with the car sheet. Now the car worth is 5 lakh. The car sheet worth 1,000. Now that product worth is 5 lakh 1,000. 5 lakh 1,000 rupees. Okay, va? So this is what cost concept. The cost concept means we enter the asset at purchase price. Then the purchase price would be calculated along with installation charge. That's it. The cost concept is historical in nature, as it is something which has been paid on the date of acquisition and does not change year after year. For example, if your building has been purchased by a firm 2.5 crore, the purchase price will remain the same for all years to come. Though its market value may change, adaptation of historical costs bring in objectivity, and recording it's very simple. Listen, you purchase one land 5 lakh. After 5 years, you enter in your balance sheet land 5 lakh only, not in market price. When you sell that land, at that time only you consider market price. Until we have to enter our purchase price only. How long you use, you must enter that fixed assets like land. Okay, you enter in a historical price, that means purchase price. Dual aspect concept. Okay, remaining concept we will see your next class now. Okay, remaining concept we'll see next class.